Now we're going to discuss motion problems, and we got three problems in algebra. The first one states Mr. Santos traveled for 2 hours at a constant speed. No? Because of potholes, he reduced his speed by 7 kilometers per hour for the next 2 hours. If he traveled 206 kilometers, what was his speed on the first part of the trip? So this is the trip of Mr. Santos. No? The first trip, we call this one, the distance between this and this one, is D1. No? And for the second part, which he reduces his speed by 7 kilometers for the next 2 hours, we call this one D2. No? D1 and D2. So the total distance that he traveled is 206 kilometers. So we have the solution. First, we're going to tabulate the given information that we had. So we let x speed on the first part of the trip, since that is the unknown. So we have this. We know that distance is equal to rate times time. For the first part, we call this the rate to be, which is unknown, is x. No? And for the next, for 2 hours, you maintain this constant speed. So the distance traveled is r times t, the rate times time is equal to 2x. For the second part, when he reduces his speed by 7 kilometers per hour, so we must subtract 7 to the first rate, which is x. So the total time that he changed his speed is 2. So 2 times the quantity x minus 7 to be the distance traveled by in this second part. So we add this one, d1 and d2, 2x plus the distance for the second part, which is x minus 7, the rate, times 2. The total distance is 206. So we distribute 2x, this one is 2. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. So the total is 206. So 4x minus 14, and this 14 here, we transpose this to the right side of the equation. So this one, 206 times plus 14 is 220. So we divide 220 by 4 to get the value of x, and we get x is equal to 55 kilometers per hour. So this is the speed on the first part of the trip. That's what we are looking for now. For our second problem here, we have a train. A train leaves station X and travels east at 35 kilometers per hour. 1 hour later, a faster train leaves station X and also travels east on a parallel track at 40 kilometers per hour. So these are the first train, the slower one, and the faster one. This one will be our diagram. And again, we tabulate all the information that we had. And similarly, the distance formula, distance is equal to rate times time. For a slow train, we have the rate to be 35 kilometers per hour. The time is t plus 1, since we add 1 hour later, because this is slower train, and d1 will be the distance traveled by the slower train. For the faster train, the rate is 40 kilometers per hour, the time is t, and the distance is d2. So d is equal to rate times time. For d1, rate is 35 times time, which is t plus 1. For d2, 40. D2 is equal to 40t. Since the faster train will catch up the slower one, D1 will be T2. At this point here, the distance that they traveled is equal, no? D1 will be equal to D2. We equate, no, the two distances. So 35 times quantity T plus 1 is equal to 40T. So we're going to solve the value of T. We distribute this one, 35T plus 35 times 1 is 35. That is equal to 40T. So 40 minus 35 is 5T. And that is equal to 35. We divide both sides of the equation by 5. You get T is equal to 7. So we want to check if our answer will be correct. So we solve for D1 independently for the distance, and we get to 80 kilometers per hour. No? So this will be the distance that the fastest train will catch up with the slower one. The D2 will be 4 times the 280. No? So they have traveled the same distances. So for the third problem, we have a car travels 15 miles per hour faster than a truck and goes a distance up to 20 miles in 1.5 hours, less time than the required by the truck to travel the same distance. And we are asked find the distance, find the speed of each vehicle. So we tabulate again. Rate times time is equal to distance. For the car, no? Since it travels faster, so x was 15 times time is equal to 220. So for the truck, this is x times the time t plus 3.5, no? 3/2, no? Which is a 1.5. The distance will be 220 also, no? So they are traveling the same distance. No? D1 is equal to D2. Since they travel the same distance, you're using the distance formula. We equate the distances traveled by each. So x plus 15 for the car times t. That is will be equal to the distance at 220, which is x times quantity t plus 3/2. We distribute t, we get xt times 15t. And we distribute xt is equal to 3/2t x. Okay, 3/2x, I mean. So xt will be cancelled out. So 15t is equal to 3/2x. So we had the two unknowns here. So we're going to look for the variable t, no? So that we can cancel out t and solve for the unknown variable, which is x. But for the car, we have this equation here. The t for the car is the total distance times the rate to get the value of t. So this one here, we substitute the value of t to this equation here. So 15 times t will be 220 over x plus 15 is equal to 3/2x as given here. So we multiply both sides of the equation by 2/3 to cancel out this one. So if we multiply both sides of the equation by t, this one becomes x, and this one becomes 10, no? So 10 times quantity x 220 over x plus 15 is equal to x, no? So we have here 220 is equal to x squared plus 15x. So, excuse me, we have to check this one here. So this one is, this should be here now. Yeah. So this one is, is 2,200 is equal to x squared plus 15x. So we arrange this one. This is since this is a quadratic equation we have here. arranging for the standard form of the quadratic equation where x squared plus 15x is minus 2200 is equal to 0. So we're going to use the quadratic formula. The x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So negative b, that is 15, and b squared is 225 minus 4, a is equal to 1, and c is equal to negative 220, negative 2200 all over 2a, and we're going to get 14. Okay? It's up to you to practice using this quadratic formula. So for the value, this is x of 1, the value of the speed of the truck, and the value of the speed of the car will be x plus 15. So we add 14 to 15. We add 15 plus 14. So that will be equal to 55. So the two unknowns are for the truck is 40, and for the car x plus 15. So that's it, no? So I hope you learned something here. And thank you again for watching our videos for today. So please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also click the notification bell. And if you have any suggestions or comment, please do send us in English or Tagalog so that we can understand fully and improve our way of presentation. So thank you again. And see you later for more algebra problems and exercises. Thank you.